EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Hoosier State, where Colts fans rise to their feet with the striking of the anvil as it is time for football here at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indy. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Indianapolis Colts. On the visitor's sideline, Cardinals head coach Jonathan Gannon. His guys certainly playing with some confidence right now. 4-1 to start the season. On the other side, Colts head coach Shane Steichen. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Cardinals now getting set to go offensively, and it'll be the dual-threat quarterback Kyler Murray leading the way.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week, so keeping it contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. The numbers for him from a week ago, a boatload of catches, 75 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a third down.
It's third down. And 9.
Murray now to throw. This is going to be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on fourth down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, no introduction needed for this guy around the league. Now in his 7th season as a QB.
And there was a positive in last week's loss.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Matt Wilson. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Cardinals offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And as we check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into the weekend, see a familiar name there near the top of the leaderboard, currently second in that category. Now the veteran workhorse, here's James Conner. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Prater for the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game.
7, Colts nothing.
Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Oh, he shifts past him. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30.
Now Jones. That's to the sideline and incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Yards to go.
Throwing Jones. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Colts at 2 and 3 here to begin the new season. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
That's good for the Colts.
Off the play fake, Jones. That's to the tight end, Mallory. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 9.
On the option left, it's Jones. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Daniel Jones doing it himself from 9 yards out. And the Colts are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And a 9-yard run on the end of it. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. You look at this Colt defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And how about that last play? Did you see how quickly they got to the ball? Caused a loss of yardage? Yeah, that play shows exactly why their ranking is justified.
And now they're just hoping to see more of that. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. From the gun, Murray. And he's he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. To throw, it's Murray. Over the middle, he'll get it to Harrison. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
First down, Arizona.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. He was able to run free after the catch.
This is 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. Breaks through the contact. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. James Conner, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Well, the Colts now are ready to get the football back. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
The rushing numbers for Taylor in last week's ball game, 13 carries, 56 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first, but they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Jones will sneak it. Well, he is going to have a Colts first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Josh Sweat coming in strong and dropping him behind the line of scrimmage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Off play action. Jones. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Pass caught right side by Taylor. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And he works free. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Leads to second and goal.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Daniel Jones, his second touchdown of the game, his third of the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from drawing level. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. It'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. That's pulled in at the 32. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough. With a lot of polish, nice little bumping. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That's another Colts first down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a first and 10.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Connecting over the middle with Downs. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed.
A gain of 9.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be fourth down.
On for the Colts field goal.
And his kick is indeed good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Oh, with a juke. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. With the football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here's Murray. The throw left sideline falls incomplete. Now it's 2nd and 10.
The coverage by Charvarius Ward.
Murray a give. This is Connor. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 58 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
That's caught. It's the tight end Ryman. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On play action, it's Murray. There's a short one caught by Ryman. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Murray. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Arizona.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
At the 6-yard line.
They'll run here with Connor. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
A gain of 3.
Connor is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cards have retaken the lead. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And the Colts coming out now. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive in with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
First and 10 at the 47.
First and 10, Taylor now. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
He's brought down at the
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
brings up second
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A short one there, caught by Warren. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 24-yard line. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now this time he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
These guys had to settle for a field goal their last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world. And this one is right through. And that'll bring them back within a point. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. James Conner and the Cardinal offense ready to get back to work.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Murray now. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. It leads to second.
Shotgun now for Murray. And Wilson with it, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
22 yards. And the Cardinal first down.
Again, they'll throw in Murray. Oh, a wide open receiver. It's Harrison. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray. To Conner on the check down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. They work now on 2nd and 9. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Incomplete.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. Prater's kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And his throw here is incomplete. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Week 6 is here, starting to get a little bit of a sense who the contenders are and who the pretenders are. Let's hop in. Our journey through the NFL starts now. In Landover, the Commanders at home to take on the Bears in a rematch of the Hail Maryland game from 2024. And it's DJ Moore. He's open in the middle of the field. They get it to him. It's a foot race, and he won't lose it. It's a 73-yard catch and run to the house. From there, it's off to Atlanta. Let's look in on the Falcons. They're playing host to the Buffalo Bills. And this is fourth-year back, James Cook. Spots an opening, capitalizes on it, 15 yards for the touchdown. Lastly, let's go out to Arrowhead. The Chiefs taking on the Detroit Lions. And it's the All-Pro Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's so good working down the field, hauls this one in stride. 52 yards, touchdown. The line.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now he's getting the ball to start the second half. How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Second down and 8.
Brings up second and 8.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks, giving the yard up to the 42.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try to chip someone at the second level.
That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. Here's second and 10.
Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll get this one to Pittman. This will be play number 7 on the drive. Third and a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up third and 1.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Oh, twisting away. Shoves him aside. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 62 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. And now a stoppage. It looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On second and goal, Jones. Now he's flushed out right. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Daniel Jones, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays, and a 9-yard run on the end of it.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Cardinals offense and their veteran running back James Conner ready for this next possession. He's got a rushing touchdown in the game already as you check to see where he is ranked in rushing TDs coming into the weekend.
The drive will start with an option going left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker.
Here's 2nd and 7.
At the 29-yard line.
Murray giving to Conner on the option.
And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 40-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Here's Murray.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
First down, Cardinals.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. That's going to go down as a loss of 9 on the first down play.
Tackled back at the 41-yard line.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Now Murray. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Charvarius Ward.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different colored jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
So here are the Colts to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Now a play fake here on first down. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
For a Colts. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. To about the 26 here.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Throwing, Jones. Throw out right, pulled in by Downs. 7 yards there and a first down.
7-yard gain. That's good for the Colts. First down.
Now a handoff as they run left side.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
At the 19-yard line.
Now Jones. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this taken in by Downs. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen, go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
From the 33, here's second and a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
Connor up the middle.
And Connor going to pick up a Cardinals first down as he gets this up past the 40.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Cardinal first down.
Again, it's Connor. We'll get this up to about the 44. And they'll come up second and 7.
A 3-yard pickup.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Third and 9 here.
To throw, it's Murray. Being chased out left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
First down, Arizona.
A give running right is Connor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
At the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the fourth and final quarter. Murray going to throw. A short one here, caught by McBride. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
A 5-yard pickup on the play.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 21. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
At the 16-yard line.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down. Murray now to throw. Screen pass to Connor. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. Fourth down.
Yeah, and on third down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost just hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force fourth down.
Going for it. Here's Benson.
And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. The Cardinals unable to convert there on fourth down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Off the play fake. Jones.
This pass caught. It's Woods. And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. This pass left side to Downs.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Out of bounds at the 44-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones.
Connecting here with Pittman on the out route.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Losing 9 yards there. And it also brings up 4th.
A loss of 9. Brings up 4th down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
The visitors' offense and Kyler Murray headed back out onto the field. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw is Murray. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they have a few words to say to the QB, aren't they?
Hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Colts offense and Daniel Jones set to take over again. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
That's good for a Colts.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Hits his target to tight end Mo Alley-Cox. The Colts on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
Back to throw again.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Again, he'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
And the Colts are going to take over at their own 41.
I think this will win a lot very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones.
The toss here completed to Pittman.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 34.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones.
A short one there, caught by Warren.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd.
To the right side, this is Taylor.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the
84 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
That's good for a Colts. 1st and 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Jones will try and run with it.
And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Scatterboom is into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. Here in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line. And here, they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays.
Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 49.
Here's Murray. He's got his tight end. That's Roman.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 38-yard line.
And the Cardinal 1st down.
Murray now.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays up in quick succession if they can.
Murray to air it out again. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 28.
11 on the play. 1st down, Arizona.
Throwing now is Murray.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Murray going to fire this out to Harrison. The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down.
Gain on the play. Brings up 3rd.
Here's Murray. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
A loss of a yard.
Now Murray's got to have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The D can only stop it 1 more time as they take the knee.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head, You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for the Colts, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Arizona, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner.